Hi everyone! I'm really sorry about the very bad video quality, but the only other option is terrible sound quality, so let's hope this is slightly better. But I wanted to make a review of Akata Witch by Nnedi Okorafor because I went on Goodreads and I saw some of the reviews and I thought that they were wrong, so I'm here to dispute some strangers on the internet. This is a middle grade fantasy book following the character of Sunny, who discovers that she has magical powers when she has a vision while she's staring deep into a flame on a candle. She has a vision of the world ending. So she makes some friends, they do some things, learn some magic, run into some trouble, run into some useless adults, classic fantasy things. I loved it. I thought it was really great, really fun. I thought Sunny was a great character. Some of the reviews said that her characterization was bad. I definitely disagree. I thought she was great. I thought she was, she was really funny, she was cool, she was really angry, which I liked. And she was just, it's quite rare that I'm surprised when I read middle grade fantasy, and I still was by some of what Sunny did, so I thought that worked out really well. I really loved her friends. I especially loved Chi-Chi. Thought she was really cool. So some of the reviews were saying that this is very close to Harry Potter in some ways. I don't really think it was. I think there are obviously some similar elements, maybe like the bus was one of them. But then I saw some people saying like, oh, the juju knives are exactly like wands, which is like, Harry Potter did not invent wands or, using implements to do magic with, so that definitely didn't bother me. Also, the juju knives were really, really cool. Love that. I also saw some people saying that the book kind of, that the characters didn't really act their age, or that they were like too mature for their age, referencing especially a scene where someone does a spell on Chi-Chi to make her dress tighter. And then being like, Chi-Chi is 12 years old, which she is not. Her age is not mentioned in the book. She keeps it a secret. She is presumably between 12 and 15. And also, if you don't think that people get sexually harassed at 12, you're wrong. Also, some people said that they thought the adults were a bit useless and that they give the kids way too much responsibility for no reason. I mean, again, that's just the plot of middle grade fantasy books. Like, that's just how it is. Obviously, children shouldn't be the ones saving the world, and there are adults there, but like, that's also what happens in Harry Potter, if that's your like go-to incredible book. So also, I think that, being in a situation where you feel like you have way too much responsibility as a child and the adults aren't giving you the information or the tools that you need to deal with the situation, that's really relatable for a lot of people. I don't think that's unrealistic at all. The only thing that maybe was a bit of a slight disappointment was how the ending went. Like, it was very short and it was quite easily solved, but the magic in this is so cool. Like I said, the juju knives were incredible, and another element of the magic that I really like is that if you have like a disability or an illness, you get kind of a corresponding magic. So the main character, Sunny, has albinism, and her kind of natural magic that she doesn't have to use any like tools for is like becoming invisible and like traveling through doors and stuff like that. So I thought that was really cool. There's a woman who has scoliosis and she can turn into a snake, which I love because I have scoliosis and snakes are one of my favourite animals. And there's a kid who has, I think he has dyslexia, he has definitely a learning disability, and he can like undo other people's magic or juju. That's his like natural talent, that he doesn't need any tools to do. Other people can do that sort of magic, but they would have to learn. They would have to use their juju knives and other kind of ingredients, I think. So yeah, that was me complaining that some people on the internet are wrong, and I'm right. So anyway, I really want to pick up Nnedi Okorafor's other series, Binti, I think it's called, Binti, which is more of a young adult, I think. This also has a quote by Ursula K. Le Guin on the front if you need another excuse to pick it up. And it says, "There's more vivid imagination in a page of Nnedi Okorafor's work than in whole volumes of ordinary fantasy epics." That's definitely true. Like, one page of this is like more imaginative than Harry Potter, which I'm not going to write on the Goodreads reviews, but they should know it. I really enjoyed this because I think often middle grade falls a bit short for me when they kind of get the ages wrong, where I feel like it's a bit condescending. Like, I quite like the Philip Pullman series, for example, but like Lyra reads like a 9-year-old, not a 12-year-old, which I think is really, really annoying. If you're going to write from a child's perspective, you can at least like talk to one child before you do it, you know, like if you're like, oh, my main character is 12, like make sure you know what it's like to be 12. So I felt that this did that really well, although some of the things about being 12, i.e. weird romance between boys and girls, like I don't really care about that, but I guess it's kind of cute. But you know, the main characters in this are like 2 boys and 2 girls, so I'll let you guess what happens there. Anyway, thank you for watching me complain, and I will see you soon with a wrap up of my own Jumpstart Your Reading challenge. Bye!